You're watching Gotcha Racing TV. Yeah!
What up, people? I'm chilling with Pat Gerber. How you doing, boss?
Good. How you doing today?
Not too bad, not too bad. So tell me, man, dude, this is insane.
That's
Tell me
right.
everything about it.
That's right. We're here at Truck Jam. You know, we got some people that park their cars, in the wrong place. So we're gonna show people, what we do with some cars, out here, and we're gonna
Smash them up,
tear them up, make them so they can't drive them home today.
Is this the first one you built, or?
Yeah, this is actually our second truck. We have a shop in Bakersfield, California, where we do lift kits and all that good stuff. Show people what they can have, turn their stalker into a shocker, like we like to say.
Stalker and a shocker.
Monster trucks are really big right now. We get to travel like 22 events a year, so Truck Jam is like one that we can, get a lot of the hometown people, show them really right up close what we can do with the cars.
So what exactly frame did you build it off of? What truck?
It's all fiberglass shell, but it's a Chevy Colorado, and we just basically customized every bit of it.
Holy customized it, bro. You made it into a monster truck.
That's right. 66-inch Firestone tires, 26 inches of travel. We can do some damage on some cars.
What kind of gas is there on?
That's methanol. Most people call it alcohol, but it's gallons per mile and not miles per gallon. It's not a very fuel efficient vehicle to be driving, cruising the streets,
But I'd love to, though.
Exactly. Some rush hour moments have crossed my mind.
That's crazy. Have you ever jumped at one of these cars and just totally just broke an axle or something? So I know they're expensive for this vehicle, right?
Yeah, they're pretty expensive, but we have a good crew of guys at the shop. We got a really high lot of stuff. A lot of hard work and a lot of hours put into this thing. So we've created something that it'll stand some test.
That's cool. So it'll take a beating.
That's right.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Check this out, dude. When you hit the freaking vehicles, how high does the car jump up, and what speed do you have to go to pass it?
Oh, we don't really have a speedometer in this thing. We just judge it by our foot pedal on the right hand side. We'll roll up to the cars. Do a couple little easy passes. But it's pretty easy to clear these 4 cars right here. So we'll see what happens. Whatever we feel, get the crowd pumped up. We'll show them what's happening.
That's insane. And you've been doing this for several years, right?
Yeah, since I was 15 years old. We started off at my dad's off-road shop in Bakersfield, California, and just grew it up over the years to show people that, hey, what, we're an independent, but yet we can handle hang with the big guys.
Yeah. So this truck is so insane. I wonder what your first one was like.
Not too much different than this. As the years come, the technology of monster trucks really evolved. So we've changed it up quite a bit. This truck's about probably 8-10 years old. So we're getting ready to try to build a new truck. With some new ideas that we got brewing on our heads. So we'll look forward to seeing us on the track with maybe a new truck here in the future.
Yo, we're looking forward to see you too, man. You heard it from Pat Gerber. I'm Jay Britt. Yo, shout out, man. You gotta give a shout out to your crew, baby.
All right. Thanks, Matt, my family, my wife, Randy, and my 2 daughters, Allie and Charlie.
There it is. Stay up.
All right.
Drive safe, bro.
All right. Thanks.
Brother,